Hi guys, welcome to the Popping Popcorn Podcast, episode number 4.
Otherwise known as Triple P. We talk about the stuff nobody else talks about.
I'm Braden.
I'm Devin.
And let's get started. How are you, Devin?
Doing pretty good. How are you?
It's great. It's almost as if we just saw each other for episode 3. What?
Yeah, we're recording 2 episodes today, but that's okay.
So in case you don't know, we record 2 episodes a day. We record 2 episodes every time, so that way we can have the next week's up and ready, and by the time we're good to go. So let's start off with our normal self-plug-in. So
why is the popcorn all weird?
Let's start off with our normal plug-in. So I'm
go follow us on all social
say.
medias. Pop_podcast. Thank you. Subscribe. Like. We got popcorn now.
So aggressive.
We finally got popcorn. It took us 4 episodes to get popcorn, but we got it. So there it is. You happy now?
I think you're like as passionate about the popcorn as I am about the mugs. Like it's just, I'm like, we have mugs.
Oh no, I'm passionate about the mugs.
You don't understand how passionate I was about those mugs.
My mug is like leaking.
Like when I came in, I was like, damn, we got mugs. I just bought mugs. I got bugs.
I was like, yo, they look so cool.
Yeah, I really like them. I really like them. Again, we don't have any merchandise yet. We just need a bigger following. Share with us with all your friends or people you hate, people you love, people you hate, just, spread the word about us.
Okay. Well, anyway, let's get into it.
Let's get into it.
First
topic.
Okay. If you haven't checked out our podcast last week.
Yep.
If you haven't checked out our podcast last week, we had a special guest. His name was Sam. Go check it out. It was a good one.
It was a great one. Okay, I think the first one I want to talk about, relationships. I think it's a broad enough topic we can talk about that.
Okay. Relationship. What do you want to talk about?
Are you in a relationship?
No.
Me either, don't worry. Wink, wink.
I don't want to talk about this anymore. Okay. Anyway, no, I'm fine.
You're good? You sure?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What do you want to talk about relationships?
I don't know, just relationships. I think Jasha said something about cheating. You want to talk about cheating?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Have you ever?
Okay. I love how we get like a lot of our topics from Jasha.
We love you, Jasha.
Our last one was socks, which came from Jasha. So let's talk about cheating.
Cheating.
Have you ever seen the? Hold on, I'll get to that in a second. But cheating. Should you cheat?
No.
Not
in a relationship.
End of discussion. No.
on a test, yes.
Yeah, on a test.
In a relationship, no.
Yeah.
No.
In a relationship, yeah, it's. I mean, you can say whatever you want to say about the person, but like it's like, oh, we're just a thing, right? So it doesn't count. That's no. I still feel like it. I don't know. I don't know.
Here's my thing.
I just don't feel like it's right.
Here's my thing.
Either way.
Is I'm like, hey, if you don't want to be with this person anymore and you want to be with this person, don't cheat. Break up.
Yeah.
It's that simple. Just break up.
You don't gotta have. But then again, it's like the person they are cheating with is not someone they want to be in a relationship with.
Well, that's why you're cheating.
Yeah, they just want to have. So
I mean,
they have the relationship, which they want like that steady girl that they can always go back to, or guy. Sorry.
Wow, that's a bit sexist.
And then people cheat because it's like, oh, that girl or guy's kind of hot. I'm gonna have fun with them, and then I'm gonna go back to my steady relationship. That's the mindset people have.
I get that.
It's just not okay.
No, I don't think cheating ever is okay.
You gotta think about how the other people feel.
Right. I feel like in a relationship, it's more than just one person playing part of this.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a two-way thing.
It is a two-way thing.
And relationships that only are one way are like.
That's not a relationship at that point.
Yeah, it's when one person is just putting in the effort and like the other people, the other person isn't. It's just not right.
Nope, it's not. No.
It's not okay.
I feel like that's all there is to say on the topic. It's just
Have you seen the TV show Temptation Island?
I think it sounds familiar. I might have heard of it.
Anyway, Kai, stop. Sorry, my dog.
I know. I'm looking at that. I'm gonna look at you.
So the show is about these couples where they're in a relationship. They're not married, but they're in a relationship, and they're skeptical about their relationship. They're like, should I do it or should I not? Right? So they go to this island with like a ton of single men and women, and they just like let them do their thing, right? And they just try to hook up, right? So it's like for that moment they're not in a relationship, but it's to see if they're loyal to their girlfriend or boyfriend.
I think that's the thing.
To not cheat with the singles that are like hitting on you. That's why it's called Temptation Island, because you're tempted to cheat.
Okay, I got that.
And it's just to see, because the couples were already kind of iffy, so it's just kind of like that. That's the catch, because then it's like, oh, they're kind of iffy. They're like, I don't know, right? So when they see this girl or guy coming towards them, it's like, oh, I'm way better than what you got right now. And it's like, well, you seem like it. So it's like,
I guess.
So then they're tempted to like cheat with them. So I don't know. It's really interesting, actually. Like, it's not like,
sounds interesting.
I mean, like, it's a reality TV show, but it's like the only one I'll watch. I watch it with like my family. It's really funny.
Really?
Yeah, because my mom freaks out about it. It's hilarious.
Here's my thing. I feel like in this day and age, in 2019, loyalty. Loyalty. Oh, please, you're the one to talk about Chain Charge.
Chain Scars.
Last episode, guys.
Loyalty.
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 I feel loyalty in this day and age in the year 2019 has changed.
Yeah, I think it's just changed over the decades. Really.
I mean, I guess.
Everything.
Look at it 100 years ago, in like say the 1920s.
Mm-hmm.
When basically the women would stay home. Or I guess the 1920s when women started getting jobs and started going out there, but look, just before that, then the women would always stay home and they would take care of the kids and then make sure that the husband has a nice meal when the husband comes home from work, a hard day, and then something happens, right?
Yeah.
And nowadays I feel like, oh look, in a relationship both people can work, and
exactly.
when you have stay-at-home dads and you have all that stuff. So
it's really becoming a two-way thing.
I think that's
good.
I love that, and I'm not saying that's bad, but I feel like
you feel like
I don't know
what
I don't know. I feel.
Just say what's on your mind.
I'm trying. I have a lot of things on my mind. I'm just saying that like if it comes down to the point where you're gonna cheat on that person, then you're not a human being. I mean, like people have done like studies and they're like, oh well, see, it shows, hey, it helps a relationship, because then it's like, if the guy's cheating on the girl with another girl, then it makes the relationship better. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. I feel that just leads it down a path to where they keep cheating with other relationships and other,
Yeah, I don't know, because I think if you're willing to cheat, then you're not with the right person.
Yes.
So, because if you're with the person that you really truly love, that's the only person.
Cheating's just dumb. It's just dumb.
That is the only person you will love. Like my brother, him and his fiance, they know they're like soulmates. Like they just knew. It was They said it was a totally different feeling from like previous relationships.
Really?
Because they've had like previous relationships where it's like, oh, I know this is love, like this feels different, but they said it was totally different, and they just knew that they were for each other.
That's crazy.
And they've been together for 2 years.
Really?
They haven't argued once. Nothing. It's just
that's love right there, folks.
Yeah,
that's love
proposed,
right there.
And it was like
maybe we can have them as a guest.
Yeah. They'd be so cool as a guest, actually.
Really?
Yes.
All right, I'm down.
Oh my!
I'm down. We need more guests. We
needed them.
We had Sam Andrews last week.
We would have such good conversations with them because, he's my brother. We relate well. But him and his girlfriend, fiance. They have like such cool mindsets, and like I'll just talk to them for hours. Like when they used to live here.
That's awesome.
And they listen to a lot of podcasts. So. It'd be so good to have
them. That would be awesome.
Next episode. Awesome. You're gonna be our next guest. Alright?
He better be listening right now.
But you will.
He better be listening right now.
I tried to wink, but I can't wink.
I'll wink for you. Ready? Like you say it and I'll just wink.
You better be listening right now. Okay.
Like super subtle.
That was so subtle.
I just feel cheating's dumb, I feel that's all there is to say about that.
Yeah.
I feel that's a terrible podcast, but
if you feel like cheating, then
it's not the right person. No.
Yeah.
Okay, what about, how do you know if it's the right person? Like, okay, on the first date, can you kiss her?
I think it depends how long you've known her. If it's like some girl and it's like, that girl kind of cute, I'm gonna get her number. You talk to her for like a week and then you go out on a date. Then
You
no.
shoot your shot.
Then no, right? But
Really?
if it's been like a friend for like a couple years and then it's like, let's go on a date.
Okay.
Or maybe it's like, yeah, I kind of like you. Yeah, it's kind of like you both like each other. And you've known each other for a long time, then I feel like it's okay. If the moment's right. If the moment is right,
let me give you a scenario. So, okay, you meet this one girl, right? Just at like the mall. Okay, we'll go at the mall for some crazy.
At the mall.
You see this one girl. You just had to shoot your shot. You ask for her number. Mm-hmm. She says yes, surprisingly. Okay. You talk for say 3 months. You text. Okay, and then you ask her out.
That's a long time.
3 months texting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So not go on a date for 3 months?
Well, okay, let's say there's distance. Let's say she lives...
Okay.
Let's say she lives across town.
Okay.
Okay. Across the lake. Let's say she lives across the lake. And let's say, okay, so you ask her out. She says yes, so you go and you hang out with her. At the end of the day, you ask, hey, can I kiss you? Or do you ask? Do you ask, can I kiss you?
Oh, that's always the whack thing,
Okay, because I've asked plenty of girls this. I'm like, okay, do you want the guy to ask if he can kiss you or no? And like half the girls say yes, and the other half say no.
Yeah.
Like the ones that say yes because they're like, oh yeah, I want him to ask.
It's
super
win.
Sweet. It's super sweet, And
can I kiss
right?
you?
But
please?
then it's like the other half I talk to, the other half of girls I talk to about this, they're like, no, it ruins the moment, or no, that's just weird. I don't want to kiss him, right? It's like if you feel it, you should just lean in. You don't have to ask. But then the girls are like, the half are just like, no, you should totally ask. It's super sweet. It's caring.
It's like but like if you don't ask, do you remember what Sam said in drama? The other Sam, what he went to UTA and he learned that like when acting, when you show that you want to kiss somebody,
you lick your lips.
No, you look.
You play with your keys.
You
like
look at them
hinge.
dead in the eye. You look at them in the eye. You look at their lips, and you look back up, and then it's like, they know.
So
like,
okay. Really?
Don't do it with me. I thought you were like gonna do it with me.
No. So really, so it's just like if I look at them, I don't know.
I mean, I've never tried it.
I mean, okay, but
sure
in that scenario, back to my scenario, would you kiss her?
Oh man, I don't know. I think it just depends.
Okay, I think a would
if the
you
moment's right and it's like
is always a question. I
can
think
I kiss
could
you?
you?
And it'd be like, yeah, sure.
I think would you is always the question. It's always like could you? Could you kiss her?
Could you?
Could you kiss her?
What do you think? Because
I say it depends on the connection.
That's what I just said. All right, not really.
No, I say it depends on the connection. Like,
if the moment.
Have you ever I'm talking to you, not you, the audience. I'm talking to you, Devin.
Okay.
Have you ever had like a connection with someone and you just felt it? There's just a connection there. There's like a zing, pop, bang, fizzle.
Zing, pop, bang, fizzle.
A zing bong. Zing, pop, bang,
a long
fizzle.
Time. Kai, what are you doing? Maybe like a long time ago, but not recently.
Really?
Mm-hmm. What about you?
Yes, I have. I have felt this connection. It's.
You're like an old man with wisdom. Like, yes.
Previous lifetime I have.
Liquid took a while
to reach your mouth.
Anyway.
I don't know.
What were you saying? Why are you on your phone?
I'm trying to find another topic.
Oh, okay.
Do you not want to find another topic? Do you want to keep talking about can you kiss her?
No. I think another topic is good.
Put it away. Take it out.
I just feel like you were still talking, right?
Am I? I don't know.
I don't know. Why are we so bad at this? Sorry.
I feel like there's just things that people are bad at and things that, it just takes time to develop a skill. Mm-hmm. I feel that this can just take time to develop a skill.
Exactly.
I feel a lot of things take time to develop a skill.
Mm-hmm.
I only know a few people that are like super genius at the piano and we call them prodigies, right? They're like, like really good singers or really good artists and they're a prodigy.
Without practicing.
But everyone else, hey, to get that good, what'd you do? You had to put blood, sweat, and tears. Mm-hmm. The blood from your fingers being gnawed off, the sweat from you, and the tears from you crying after no one clapped.
After no one clapped.
Clapping. Okay, clapping. I think that's the thing. It's like as soon as someone's done, you have to clap. Whether you support it or not. Mm-hmm. At that kind of like arena stadium. Not when it's like a football game. A football game is you're fine to boo,
Yeah.
especially like the refs.
If
of
you're
the
at a
team.
performance, even if it was bad, you still give them a
You
little
have
applause
to.
for showing
It's
that,
a social contract. We talked about this last time.
to show that they tried.
It's a different kind of social contract, though.
Yeah, totally.
Because here's the thing. I feel that if I'm not clapping and there's everybody around me and they're at least sort of clapping, I don't know. I feel like I would get some judgments from you.
Like, what do you mean?
Well, it's like, okay, if we're at, say, a piano recital, let's go back with that.
Mm-hmm.
And then let's say everyone... right?
Yeah.
Everyone's done. And then you're just there and you're just like, everyone's clapping and you're not clapping. And everyone's just sort of like...
Man, what's this guy doing, right?
What would you... Wouldn't you have some... Wouldn't you feel like... The dog is on my neck.
That guy's just not a good person.
Yeah.
Right?
Right? It's just there.
It's one of those things where it's like, you know how you see somebody, they do something bad, it's like, wow, that guy's not a good person.
Yes.
Even though you don't know that guy.
You don't
but
know.
just
You
because
can just...
he didn't open the door for, like...
That's the different. I feel like you just have to be a decent human being.
Mm-hmm.
That's my motto. That's my motto. Is you just have to be a decent human being.
I feel like there is no time in the world to be a jerk. There's, like, you don't have... It's just not worth it. You know?
I agree.
Kai, what?
You don't have time, the dog. I feel like you just don't have time to, just my philosophy, just be a decent human being.
Mm-hmm.
If everyone's a decent, I'm not saying be perfect. I'm not saying, volunteer during this time or go do this or donate this, I'm just saying be a decent human being.
Be a decent human being.
It's like every time I'm driving and I see like the guy like speed up to like try to like make sure the guy doesn't like enter. I always purposely slow down and I'm like, you're good.
Yeah.
The cars are honking behind me. They're like, dude, why you? I'm like, cause I'm trying to be nice. Maybe it's an emergency.
People who like won't let you in when you're driving. It's just like, dude, who cares if you're one car behind? It's not gonna make that much of a difference.
I know. I feel people don't understand the construct of driving. We talked about this in our first episode, texting and driving a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
But again, you're in a thing of metal going 75 miles per hour that weighs about 2 tons. It's like,
it's a weapon. It is a weapon.
It is.
And you need to know the rules, and you need to be safe with it.
You need to read the rule book.
You can mess up so easily. And... I think it's good that we have, like, driver's ed and stuff like that. But, like, because otherwise there would be people really stupid, like, really, there's already stupid people. But, I mean, really stupid people that would be driving on the wrong side of the road,
Yeah, I'm sure.
So,
and again, and this all leads back to my point. Just be a decent human being.
Mm-hmm.
Realize, hey, there are other people in this world, and their lives matter. I'm not saying their opinions matter. Like, that's the thing I always say. I'm saying, hey, you have an opinion, but I don't necessarily care about it, right? It's like, and that's the thing, is I feel like if we ever get people like, oh, your podcast is stupid, I'd be like, okay, cool.
Yeah,
don't listen to it, right?
You don't listen to the haters.
Right, yeah.
Because it's just like, hey, man, I'm just being myself. I'm doing what I want to do.
Exactly.
Don't mean to flex, but
right?
Do you have a podcast? Didn't think so. Do you have 7 subscribers on YouTube? Didn't think so.
We need to get that number up, guys. Share. We need to get that number up.
Anyway.
But no, I just feel that like
I feel
you have to be a decent human being. I feel that everyone nowadays is really selfish and they just think about themselves.
Mm-hmm. But, I mean, we can't ignore the good people, because...
No, we can't.
You know how many times where you're just, like... trying to think of, like, a scenario. I guess, like, okay. When you get in, like, a car accident...
Okay.
Right? And then, at least my car accident, I was with my dad, and we were driving, and we hit a thing of ice, and we lost control. Okay. And then we hit the median and slid into a ditch. Okay. Right? And that was it. And we totaled our car. Right. Anyway, it was kind of scary, but we didn't hit another car, which was good. And right. I won't get into like super details, but like people just saw a car on the side of the road in a ditch, and people pulled over and stopped. Like, hey, you guys all right? Right? Like, sure, there was plenty of people that just kept driving, but like there was a lot of people stopping and like saying like, hey, you okay? To the point where I had to like tell them, I had to like get out of the car and like be like, hey, no, like, we good. We called the tow truck. Everything's good. And it's like, you can keep going. It's like, okay.
Okay, just making sure you're fine. Yeah,
and it's like, we were still in the car, and people were like, oh, are they trapped inside the car? It's like, no, it's cold outside, because it's in the winter. It was in the winter, so we're like, it's cold outside. We're staying in this slanted car that's in the ditch, because for heating. We needed heat. We weren't about to freeze, so, you know, people were worried, but, like, those are the good human beings that just stop.
I'm not saying that there are crappy human beings. I mean, there are. But I'm just saying you should at least be decent. Like, okay, yeah, no, there are people that go volunteer during the holidays. Okay, great. There are people that volunteer not during the holidays even. That's perfect even, right? And I'm not saying that there are bad people. But I'm not saying everyone out there is bad. Like, there's definitely some great, amazing people out there. Like, I know a few.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm just saying, you know, you have to be a decent human being. And I feel that, like, everyone's just super selfish, you know? They're just like, all I care about is me, you know?
Yeah, and I mean, it makes sense. Because
I do get it.
You are you. And
Right?
that's... you gotta
really?
care.
I am me, Devin.
You gotta
really?
care for yourself. And that's, you know... Like,
Right.
I'm not constantly thinking... Hold on, I just got like a ton of ideas.
No,
I'm not constantly thinking about like other people, right? Which is like another thing with the relationship, why some people don't want to be in a relationship, because you have to worry about the other person. That's the garage, sorry. You can probably hear it. But that's like why people won't be in a relationship, is because it's just like so much work to worry about the other person. And
I can see that.
Yeah. But like, you're yourself, you know, you worry about yourself. So I can see why people can be selfish, but you know how it be.
Right? And I feel like it's not like I purposely do it, you know? If it's like, oh, if I had the chance between helping myself to, you know, $20 or going out and finding someone to give that $20 to, I would personally keep that $20. What about you, Devin?
I mean, yeah, I'd keep the 20.
Don't try to be like all noble and be like, no,
I would return it to the police. Hello, police station. I found this $20 bill. People need to claim it, you know? Like, I mean, it's one of those things that was kind of funny. I was just thinking about it, but I was on the bus, and this girl, the bus driver, was like, hey, someone left their water bottle. And it was like a hydro flask, right?
Hydro flask. Stay hydrated.
Nobody was answering, so I was thinking about just being like, oh, yeah, that's mine. Just being like, oh, yeah, that's mine, and take it. But obviously I didn't, because someone paid money for that. I ain't about to take it. And, you know, stealing makes people feel bad. Same with cheating. And, you know.
Same with cheating, right? Just be a decent human being. Have you ever thought, I want to change the subject now, back to what you just said. Have you ever just thought of how many things you could do? Like, just think about it. Like,
yeah,
I could slap you right now. There would be consequences, but I could full on just slap you, right?
Yeah.
Or, I mean, like, there's so many, like, I mean, I feel that's the thing, but it's like, if I really wanted to, you know, I could, you know, I'm not, like, okay, I'm trying to think of something that wouldn't be that bad. I'm trying to, like, oh, I could kill you, but it's like, I'm trying to think of something not that bad. It's like, if I really wanted to, I could walk into Walmart, grab a banana, and then just walk out. I might get caught.
It's a banana, they're not.
I mean, they would definitely be like, hey, dude, don't.
You put it in your pocket, and then
I put it in my pocket. Nobody notices. Right?
Yeah.
Hold on. So thinking about that, so I was talking to this one guy who actually works at Walmart, and he was actually saying that, like, there's those cameras that have, like, over, like, the registers and tech centers. Dude, those are, like, 8K cameras with, like, 200 zoom. Like,
really?
Like, they can read, like, the text on, like, dollar bills.
Really?
Like, they can, like, read your text messages on your phone.
That's crazy.
Like,
8K. No,
like,
I'm sure it's not 8K.
No, that's what he was saying.
It's zooming in, like, really good.
Yeah, and it's a high resolution. Because I could zoom in really good, but I get really pixelated.
Yeah.
So it's, like, a really high-definition camera. And, again, I'm not sure they're going to, like, care about, oh, you stole a banana, compared to, oh, you just stole all the laptops we just have in stock, right?
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, there are so many, like, actions you could do on a daily basis, but you don't. And I think
because
it's sort of like,
you are a decent human being.
Well, I think that's part of it, but I also think part of it's also like, oh, there are consequences. It's like, if I really wanted to, I could kill you. Like, I just stick my hands on your throat, I could full on just, you know, kill you, right? But it's like, there are consequences. Like, I'd probably get caught right now. You know, I have gloves on. Everyone knew I was here on social media.
That's why there's no more serial killers anymore. Because it's too hard.
I think there still are. There still are.
Well, the way my dad said it was like all the people who like do shootings now, like people that'll go to like malls and just shoot them up, are the same people that would be serial killers back in the day, right?
Okay.
Just because
that makes sense.
It's so much harder now because there's
that
cameras everywhere. They got like ID every.
Well, that's the thing. It's like if you really wanted something to be like I was reading that like NASA, like they keep some of the most important things on like floppy disks from like the 1980s.
Really?
Yeah, because it's not connected to the internet, so there's no way hackers can hack into it. Right? It's a physical thing. So you have to be there with the physical floppy disk in that physical computer, insert it, and let it read.
Yeah. Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Because like if it's on the web or something, you think it's secure, all you need is your phone connected to the Wi-Fi, and I'm sure there's a way around it, right?
Yeah. I'm sure like we'll get to a point in technology where it gets to the point where it's like too advanced and too like dangerous to where we're gonna step it back a bit and be like, all right, this is our limit. We'll stay here.
I could see that.
Yeah, because it's kind of like maybe it'll get so far that it'll be so easy to like steal somebody's information.
Well, it already is.
Personal information.
I could beat someone up in the street, grab their wallet, and run.
Yeah.
Again, but you don't because of the consequences, and I feel like that's like a subconscious thing, like
Yeah, and the consequences are so much higher.
Where it's just like you don't think about going around stealing people's wallets unless you're a thief.
Mm-hmm.
Right? If you're a doctor or if you're a teacher, you don't think about going around, kidnapping people or killing people or stealing their stuff.
You could.
I'm sure you could, and they're your own thoughts. Like you can't think other people's thoughts. What if you could read people's minds? Have you thought about that? Like reading other people's minds.
It'd be crazy.
Well, I want to change the subject because I like this subject now.
No, I love to think about that stuff. Superpowers. Remember we were talking about superpowers earlier?
We were. I remember in one episode we were.
Talked a little bit about it.
A little bit. Okay, let's go more. So it's like.
If you would choose any superpower,
okay,
what would you choose? Everyone says flight.
Everyone says
usually.
Flight. Right? I mean, I wouldn't mind to fly.
Yeah, that'd be so fun.
But here's the thing:
I'd probably choose to teleport.
I would want to control atoms.
To control atoms.
I feel like when you look at it that way, if I control atoms, I can do anything and everything.
Well, I mean.
Because I can like change the way the atoms form, so I can like destroy things.
You can turn this desk into a smaller desk.
A gold desk. Well, it's like think of it like all things are just like
made
little particles, like little atoms.
Mm-hmm.
So if I can change it, I never thought about that. Like people say like you can't create or destroy matter, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like then how were we created, right? Or it's like trees.
You asked me about this.
It's just like if I no. I was asking you about like water.
Yeah.
And how like if all the water is the same, that means eventually we have to be having contact with the same water molecule at least through the lifetime of one dinosaur, right?
Yeah. We drink the same water as dinosaurs.
Right.
We are. Because water goes through a dinosaur, it comes out of the dinosaur, it gets evaporated, it gets condensated, it drops right back down. Water is super old, it never goes away, it just keeps going through the cycle.
Thank you for that.
This water passed through a dinosaur once.
Thank you for
Tell me I'm wrong.
You're wrong. No, but right, it's just sort of like if every right, and I feel that like certain people, like my first instinct right now is to go to Stephen Hawking, okay, because he just had this like appeal with like the universe, right, and he spent his whole entire life like studying the universe and everything, right,
yeah,
but it's like when you look at it that way, it's like I feel that like if every atom in a way is connected, then like. Aren't we all like connected in a way? This is like super deep. Right?
We're all made of the same stuff. We're all human beings on the inside. No, it's just getting to like end racism.
Let's change this topic. No. Things you do on a subconscious thing every day.
Are pears real? No, I'm joking. Okay, no, let's stay on this topic.
Potatoes.
No, stop. Anyway,
first episode. Remember that?
But yeah, I think it is pretty crazy, like how atoms are so small, yet it makes up everything.
Right?
Everything.
So again, like if I had a superpower, I would just want to control atoms because I could do anything. I could change myself into like a dog, right? Because I could change my own atoms. I could change this mic, into a balloon because I could change the atoms. You know, I could change the way they're shaped. I could change the way they're formed. And I'm sure they're like, that's impossible. Well, I know it's impossible. The same thing with flying. That's why it's a superpower.
Yeah, come on.
Come on, guys, pay attention. Right? I just feel like that's my number one go-to. Is after like I realize this, atoms. I'm just like, I want to change atoms. That's my superpower. What about you?
You know, I think flying would be cool, but also I'd like to teleport.
Teleporting?
Like, anywhere in the world. If I just want to be like, I want to go to Paris right now. Boop. I'm in Paris.
Teleport.
Right? That'd be so cool.
How would you teleport? Travel. How would you teleport?
I would just think of where I want to go and then teleport there.
And it would just move your atoms right here.
Yeah, and then
to the atoms over there.
Yeah.
Like light speed.
Yeah, and I'd stay the same. It was just kind of like I close my eyes and then open them and I'm in Paris.
That's crazy.
But I could control it. Maybe I could even go to other planets if I wanted to.
See if life
and
existed.
die. But like, you know, if I wanted to go to Jupiter and experience 5,000 mile per hour winds, I could.
You could.
I don't know if it's 5,000. I know it's really high though. I know.
You know, if I could control atoms.
Yeah.
I could just like delete Jupiter.
Delete Jupiter. Jupiter.
Hey, Control A, select all, and just backspace. Delete.
You could just like.
Well, I would just like break it apart. You can't destroy matter. Yeah. We went over this. But if I just take every single atom that's holding that gas planet together and just say, you go that way. You go that way. Mm-hmm. You go that way.
I bet you could even make other planets.
I bet I could. I just shove like everything from Pluto to Mars together.
Yeah, and then it's like you shove Pluto and Mars together. You move it to like the same orbit the Earth is, and we just kind of share an orbit. But like we go at the same speed and rate.
Well, I would find another sun, and I would make ours like a 2 sun, so it's sort of like a Star Wars.
2 suns.
2 suns, 1 planet.
Or you could just make a spaceship that could travel at light speed. That'd be. I
could
sick.
Just move my atoms to travel at light speed. I wouldn't need a spaceship.
Well, you wouldn't live in space though. You wouldn't be able to breathe. Not breathe. Survive. Yeah, you wouldn't be able to live in space.
I can control oxygen atoms.
I mean, I guess you just put oxygen. That'd be so cool looking. If you were just like.
It's like in Harry Potter, right? There's like bubbles.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: is the CO2 that I breathe out, we're just turning back into oxygen because I would just change it back into oxygen. Mm-hmm. Like I don't need you, electron. I don't need you.
That'd be pretty cool.
Just make it all oxygen because it's CO2, so that's carbon. So I just throw out some carbon.
Yeah.
Just turn it into oxygen. Just like add a few electrons.
I don't know. I bet you'd have to, like, would you have to know all of the configurations?
No, because I would just do whatever I wanted. I'd find out like
shortcuts. If you knew like, oh, how to make this, like make this oxygen, would you have to know how many electrons take out and how many protons and all that stuff? Would you have to know that, or would you just kind of do it?
I would just kind of do it because again, it's a superpower. It's like Spider-Man doesn't automatically say, "Okay, do I have to calculate how fast I have to travel here when I have to let go?" You just do it. I mean, you just do it.
He doesn't think of like his strength, I guess, because Spider-Man's pretty strong.
Well, no, I'm talking about like, does he have to calculate? Okay, well, yeah, you have to shoot now, or do I give it a second? He just spins it. He just says, about now, whoosh, about now, whoosh, about now.
Well, he is really smart though. Like I saw in the Spider-Man game,
right?
Because there's a video game. There was this guy training to be Spider-Man, and he was making him do math problems. And he was like, "Why do I have to do math problems to be Spider-Man?" And he's like, "Well, what happens like if you're swinging and you have to like swing this and you have to figure out how fast you're gonna be going and how fast and all that stuff." So he's like, "Oh, you just do calculations in your head all the time?" And he was like, "Yeah."
Right, that's what I'm saying. But for my really superpower, though, you know? My superpower is to be like, nah, I'm gonna move you. I'm gonna make you float. Yeah. Because I can just control atoms. I can just control atoms.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of superpowers that...
Right, you just gotta think about it, like shape-shifting.
Am I the only one that still tries to move stuff with my mind?
No, I do that every single day. I'm gonna be completely honest. I try to move things with my mind every single day.
I'm hoping one day it'll work.
One day it will work. We'll break out of the matrix.
You know, it's just you just think like, oh, only kids do it. No, okay. I mean,
I guarantee you, some 30-year-old is gonna be watching this.
Oh yeah.
And he's just gonna be like,
I get it, man.
I do it. Grab my TV
no, it's like exactly. Lay down. You just do it. Like, ugh.
It's just something you do. Like, you know, it's just something you do. It's like a thing you do. What are other things you would just do? You don't think about it. You just do. Like things you would just do like subconsciously.
Like breathing.
Breathing.
We were talking about this.
We were talking about this, and now we're talking about it on the podcast.
Yes. So, things that you just subconsciously do without thinking about. It's crazy. Like how you just think. You have a conscience.
You just think, oh, I'll double tap. Oh, I'll watch this video.
Yeah.
I'll hit play.
You don't have to think to breathe. You don't have to think to swallow. You don't have to think to blink. You don't have
to make your heart go beeping.
You don't beeping. Beep.
Pumping. What do you want to call it?
Beep. Is it beeping? Pumping.
Pumping. Heart beating.
Beep. Bump.
Well, it was like heart beating, so you don't want to make your heart beat.
It's beat, not beep. I was like, hold on, wait.
Chain skull.
Anyway, chain skull. I can't talk. Why did we decide to do a podcast if neither of us can talk?
Why do we decide to do a podcast that's like super deep and dark now? It's like Adam's life.
Okay, well, anyway.
Things you do on a daily basis.
Yeah.
Like,
so it's just stuff like that.
Oh, I don't have to think about taking protein from my food. I just have to think about, oh, I'm hungry and I have to eat.
Yeah, that too. It's pretty crazy.
Or it's like, have you thought about where it's just like,
what?
Did I choose to raise my hand? Or like...
I mean, yeah, because you're...
Or it's just like, or did somebody, like, experiment. Somewhere, like, just be like, like...
Brayden will move his hand
right?
at 5:07 p.m.
Right?
Yeah.
Or it's just, again, like, what if we're all in just, like, this controlled simulation?
It's a simulation. I feel like we already talked about this, though.
I feel like we have, but I feel like it's such a broad topic.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's like...
It's pretty crazy, man.
You just gotta think about it. Just think about it. Right there, you're thinking. You're thinking now.
But it is kind of crazy how, like, our conscience... Oh, my God. Conscience can't... Brayden, you talk.
America.
No.
Let's change the subject.
No, okay, look. How our conscience, it's like, we don't have to think to tell ourselves that's bad, right? Like, I don't know. It's so crazy how our mind works.
I found a topic I want to
Maybe I should be like a brain surgeon.
Okay.
Okay, what?
I don't know. I feel that, like, our conscience is different. Like, I don't know. I feel like if I could die and come back, my conscience would be different.
Well, yeah.
Right?
Like, obviously you'd be a different person.
I kept forgetting, like, the topic I want to, like, try to, like, slide into, but I keep... Okay, I got it now.
Slide into?
I got it now. Well, again, it's sort of like...
I'm ready for this transition.
Oh. Okay, you know what? I'm just going to say it.
Yeah,
because
what do you want to talk about next?
Whoa, okay. Whoa, like, okay. I was trying to see a way on, like, if we can talk about, like, wait, didn't we already talk about, like, why we're, like, scared of stuff?
Scared of stuff?
Yeah. Like, why we fear things?
No.
Okay, let's talk about why we fear things.
Back when we were cavemen. No, serious. Back when we were cavemen.
I feel like we have. We talked about, like...
we always have this primal instinct to, like...
No, I feel like we talked about this because I was like, oh, no. I read this article that, like, when we were babies, we just, we were only scared of loud noises and drops.
No, we never talked about this. I don't think so.
Am I just crazy? Or, like...
I think we're both crazy.
I think either I'm just crazy or Devin doesn't know what he's talking about. Let's change the subject.
Real close. All right.
I went to KFC.
Get your hands off the mic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, story time. I went to KFC yesterday.
You went to KFC?
I just got me thinking. They have a spork there.
A spork?
A spork. You right? You go to KFC, right? They have sporks.
Sporks are weird.
I just got me thinking. I'm like... Well, what's the point of spoons and forks when we can just make everything a spork? You get the best of both worlds.
Yeah. But, there's things that you can do with a fork that you can't do with a spork.
Like what? Like what?
Twist noodles.
I can twist noodles with the spork.
No, you can't.
I have the little prongs. The prongs go in, then I twist.
No, but the prongs...
And who twists noodles anyways? Why do you twist noodles?
Like spaghetti?
No, you just stab it in and you just scoop it up.
They have their spoon sometimes and... They stab the fork and they twist the fork, and the spaghetti gets wrapped around the fork.
No.
And then they eat it. I'm serious.
No.
That is a thing people do.
No.
Yes. I'm not saying that I spin my noodles around my fork, but some people do, okay? I feel like it's unnecessary, but a lot of people like
I feel like you just stab it. How do you eat food? This is like how we eat a taco. First episode. How do you eat a taco? We still never went over that.
Yeah, we did.
I mean, like, we never went over it. We never decided on it's a yes or a no on how to eat a taco.
Yeah, we did. We did. I watched it. I lived it, and I watched it editing it. Okay, we decided that it's best of both worlds. We tilt the taco a little bit and tilt.
Okay, so why can't the best of both worlds be a
a
spork?
spork?
Back to my spork.
Look, man, I'm not
it's
saying
like anything I do with the spoon, I can do with the spork. Anything I do with the spoon, I can do with the spork.
Yeah.
Anything.
I mean,
So the same thing with the fork, right? Name
I'm sure
one
there
thing.
is stuff that is not worthy.
You
That
are not
can't-
worthy to
that
lift
you
my
can't-
hammer.
That you can't use.
You
a
shall
spork.
not lift my spork.
You shall not lift my spork. Not worthy. Okay. But I feel like there are things that you can't do with the spork, but I just can't think of anything right now. But one thing that I saw that was really funny is it was like, we have rice.
We do have rice.
These little bits of food, right?
Okay.
How come the best utensil that we decided to eat that with was 2 sticks, chopsticks,
I ate it with.
to eat little rice?
I ate it with spoons.
Yeah, so do I. A fork or spoon, either.
Or
way.
a spork. I eat it with
Or
the
a
spork.
I feel like a spork would be good for rice.
I feel the spork is the perfect device.
Why chopsticks?
I don't know.
What are you doing
You're
with chopsticks,
asking me put
Asians?
things-
Huh? I'm kidding, okay? I get
You're
it.
asking me. I don't know, but I
Chopsticks are
completely
nice.
get it. Like my friend went to Panda Express, came back, and like there's like what do you call pad thai noodles? There's like really long noodles, like really thin and slimy.
I don't know. Like lo mein?
Yeah, sure. Let's go with that. Like
Okay,
again, chopsticks. Like
Or chow mein. I think it's chow mein.
like who?
Like, I
Right?
feel like chopsticks are good to
I
like,
feel
eat sushi
like
with. Because would you eat sushi with a fork or a spoon?
You eat it with a spork.
Well, no, that's not
Because
what
you
I'm getting
can
at.
stab and scoop.
Well, I don't know, just the sushi, I feel like it's better to eat sushi with chopsticks because you can just grab it and bop it. It's
Okay.
not like a
I
fork.
agree.
You can stab it, but it's kind of weird.
That's why you have this spork. You
Yeah.
stab and scoop.
Stab
I'm
it.
telling you, the spork is the
The
most
spork,
genius
yeah.
invention ever. It's
I mean,
perfect.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
Ice cream.
Ice cream?
Yeah.
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 Ice
Because you
cream's
know when
great.
you get like
so
you
you don't
you
wanna
get
stab
big
yourself.
scoops of ice cream and you're like
Maybe
"Ah."
that's the problem with sporks is you accidentally stab yourself.
Well, no, it's like
when
when
you
you
think it's
get
a
when you
spoon.
get like big scoops of ice cream. So like you use your spoon to like sort of cut it in half. Well, now you have a spork. You can cut it and stab it.
Yeah.
Or you can scoop it still.
I mean,
like
yeah.
a spork. A spork. I mean, yeah, you lose a little bit of functionality in like a soup.
Yeah.
Like a soup, you lose a little bit. But I'm telling you, overall, a spork is a genius thing.
Yeah. What other utensils do you think we could combine? You think we could combine like forks and chopsticks?
I
Or
think we
spoons
could
and chopsticks?
combine
I could
I
see
don't
a
know, I
spoon
feel
and
like-
chopsticks. 2 sticks, but with like
little spoons
two,
at the end.
yeah, the little spoons at the end.
I
Or like
would-
maybe one of them has a spoon and one of them has a fork, or 2 sporks at the end.
2 sporks at the end.
2
of
sporks
chopsticks.
at the end of chopsticks.
I feel like there has to be something with a knife. Like we could combine a knife with something.
Yeah.
But again, I feel that's dangerous because it's a knife. So it's like something you would cut yourself with.
Yeah. True.
I don't know. Maybe,
Maybe
well, it's like, have you ever thought of a bowl? It's like whoever thought that's like, oh, I have a liquid, so a plate won't work, so I'll just curve it up a bit.
Maybe they started with bowls, and then.
Well,
moved
why
to
would you
plates.
know how? You just make a bowl bigger.
Yeah.
Like name one thing, like a hamburger you would put on a plate. You could put that in a bowl.
You can put anything in a bowl.
Right.
That's the thing. So
That's
that's
the
why
thing.
I'm saying they might have started with bowls.
Okay, so why invent plates?
Because things look better. I guess it's easier.
What about a drink? Like who thought, oh, let's make a bowl, a drink.
A drink
A
is
cup.
more convenient. It's definitely easier.
You're telling me you
Well,
couldn't
with a
drink out
bowl,
of
you
this?
can.
Well, if it's like, what if it's like
more
funneled? What if it's
convenient.
funneled?
Then yeah, but not all bowls are funneled.
That's why they make different types of bowls.
Okay. But you know what I mean. A cup is obviously more convenient.
I mean,
than
our
drinking out of a
mugs
bowl.
are convenient.
Buy our mugs. Popping Popcorn Podcast /shop. I'm kidding. We don't have merch.
No, don't go to that website. If we can just all agree on like a utensil kind of a thing, we'll all be happy.
Mm-hmm.
There's gonna be like one
Yeah.
utensil that does it all, but
One
not
utensil,
does it all.
The universal. It's a bowl. What you put the food on is be kind of a bowl, but it'd be like easy.
It's a plate. It's a plate too.
Because the problem
it's a wine in the
with
face.
having like that much of a bowl
is a hamburger.
If you have a hamburger, you have to like reach in like that.
Right. So it's a wider base.
Right. So it's a little wider bowl. It's got a little nozzle, so you can drink out of it.
You can drink out of it.
Just imagining like putting Coke inside of a bowl and then putting a burger in the Coke.
Why would you put a burger in the Coke? You wouldn't put two things at once.
It's the universal thing.
You wouldn't put two things. No, it'd be like different sizes.
Okay.
It would be like different sizes.
I was just imagining that.
No, it would be like measuring cups. You know how you have like the 1 cup and then 3/4 and then half and then 1/4 and then right. That's exactly what
there's
our
things like
is.
that. There's actually a cup that has levels on it that you can put a drink on like one side, or no, it's like a little cup. And you can put like chips, and then you can have like fruit snacks.
I know what you're talking about. That's a cup.
And then you can have, like,
I'm talking about a bowl.
Side.
We just have different sized bowls. Like it's 1 bowl, 2 bowl, 3 bowl inside the bowls. So like a Russian doll. So it's like, oh, you have a small bowl that's for your drinking.
Yeah.
You have another bowl that's for your like your fry sauce.
What are we
ketchup.
even talking about anymore? What are we doing?
Nobody else talks about.
The stuff nobody else talks about. You'll only find it here on the Pop and Popcorn Podcast, otherwise known as Triple P.
Pop, pop. Oh yeah, Triple P.
Come on, Brayden.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I forgive you.
Triple P. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
Right. No, I'm just saying though. Like, if we like had a different size bowls, we would all. And we have a spork. That's all I need is a spork and a bowl. I would be happy.
All you need. All you need.
All you need in life.
I mean, really, if you're homeless,
spork and a bowl.
Spork and a bowl.
$2 spork. Okay, you just go steal one from KFC.
Sport.
Go steal one from KFC.
Right, or just buy KFC, and then like you have a meal and a sport.
But you just said if
you're homeless,
so I don't have any money to buy a home.
You save up money
to go buy KFC. No, I just go in and grab a spoon.
Why are people even homeless? Like, just buy a house. Did you see that?
It was like, I feel that's a great topic, because we can talk about like the rich and like economy.
Not poor. I think we should save it for another episode.
I think we will save that for the next episode. Or 2 if we forget.
Yeah,
I'll probably be watching this. I'll be like, oh yeah.
Write it down. Write it down.
I think that's going to do it for this episode.
Okay, well, thank you everybody so much for watching /
It's always been a blast.
It's always been very fun. Share with your friends, subscribe, like if you're watching on YouTube.
Share with your one friend who always talks about sports, because this is the podcast for him.
Follow us on all social medias. I'm sorry if you might hear dogs or background noise, just gives it more of a vibe, It's not on purpose, but...
Yep. Just go follow us on social media at pop_pop_podcast.
Link in the description. If you have any questions, email us.
Go to our Instagram. You can message us there.
Ask us questions on what we should talk about.
Oh, we always love questions. We always need more topics, because otherwise we start talking about sporks and bowls.
Well, anyways, thank you everybody
Episode
so much
4, signing out. Thank you guys.
Peace out.